Well, hello, Facebook friends, and this is an action Facebook post. I'm Faye Hardy, and I'm so happy to be with you today, and we must move, and we must move quickly. There's so much going on that I feel that my head is just spinning because of what is taking place right now in our nation's capital. The Lord is exposing the corruption like he's never exposed before. My ministry is prayer, and you know that. It is prayer. It is a network of intercessors with insight that I personally lead, personally have trained and equipped to become true prayer warriors. What is a prayer warrior? They're a mature Christian that's learned how to deal with life, take your hits, but stay focused on what God is calling us to do. And with our ministry, we're totally dedicated to praying for this nation and its deliverance. What God revealed to me last week, I do research and I do current event information. We send it out every week. We send it out through television. We're on stations across America. We're on DirecTV, Channel 363 at 1 o'clock Central Time every Monday. You can go to our website, insightUSA.us, and get the schedule of where our powerful program airs. And we're totally working with an audience of believers. We're on Christian television. But our television program, although it is totally biblically based, we are on stations of Fox affiliates and other stations nationwide. So find it. If you cannot see it at a scheduled time for our stations, it's on YouTube. YouTube, Insight USA. That keep up with what we're doing and exposing and bringing God's people to an awareness that's teaching the mature prayer ministry leaders with their networks how to pray for this nation in a way that bears fruit. So if you're on today with us, we are happy that you are. This will be posted to our Facebook page, Faye USA. You can email that to people, send it to your friends. But if you have a comment or you'd like for me to know you're there, please make it. I will get the message this week, I promise. And we have to deal with what is taking place in our nation's capital. It is so deceptive that even the elect will be deceived if it were not so, is what the Bible tells us. But last week, God began to show me what was taking place with the DACA situation. Well, we got our prayer warriors right on the case. Every Saturday at 2 o'clock, I have a live briefing and a free conference and prayer call with our intercessors nationwide. It is one of the most powerful and anointed prayer meetings I've ever been a part of, because our intercessors are informed and they are also anointed and united. So if you're out there and you get this message and you say, Faye, I would love to be with you 2 o'clock Eastern Time every Saturday, you will know exactly what God is calling us to do because of what took place the week before in our nation's capital through our government leaders, and what we can categorize as good or evil, pray for what we need to pray for to go forth, and bind the lies of the liberals. And that's what we have to do, is the lying spirit that we're dealing with. So when God began to show me what was taking place with the DACA, I was stunned. I have done reports on how the Social Security Trust Fund has been raided a couple of times. Last year, I did a lot of research and showed who took the Social Security Trust Fund, when they took it, and what is going to take place because they took it, and its former presidents and the majority of the people we have elected to our U.S. Senate and U.S. House of Representatives. But all of a sudden, God showed me what was taking place, and I really didn't know at that time that a law had passed in the House that would reduce Social Security, and that funds were coming out of our Social Security, and we were going to be reduced with what we are getting so that we can fund illegal aliens as seniors. Never, ever could you believe it. And they call it the Love Fest, the Love Bill. Well, I have hundreds of seniors who are my partners. Sometimes I get letters from my TV viewers and from our Facebook friends and from the website, and notes saying, "Faye, I'm a senior. I only get $400 a month. I can't do much." And there'll be $1 in it, $2, $5, $10. And that's been happening ever since I've been in the ministry, but it's intensified in the past few months. And I think, how in the world does anybody make it a month on $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 a month? But when our tax, the tax bill was passed, in it, Marco Rubio, the senator of Florida, he's not my senator. I didn't vote for him. I don't approve of him. And the Democrats elected him. And the things he does just unnerves the majority of the pro-life people in our state, although he carries a real good image of what he wants you to believe, who he wants you to believe that he is. But he wanted a $2,000 tax credit, just hand children, including the children of the illegals, $2,000 each per year as an income tax credit, even though they pay nothing into our tax system. But they would get all of the assistance that they get, and I've itemized that in our Face Facts this week. I'll be right back. I hope I don't lose my thought. Corey.
Beverly Lacey, thank you for speaking up. I am a senior living off of Social Security, and I have been working since I was 16, and all I get is $600 a month. How is this even possible?
Well, this is what the Lord revealed to me. I'm telling you, we've just accepted this. What was her name, Corey?
Beverly.
Beverly, please go. Email me at Faye, F-A-Y-E, USA Insight, INSIGHT, at gmail.com, and tell me that. If you're not into the computers, then just write me a note. Or you can call our 800 number, make a small donation, and give me that information. I am accumulating the people that will tell me this, because I am going to demand that we have equality. The seniors in this nation should get $2,000 a year, the same as illegal children get. The illegal children get more subsidies. Our seniors on Social Security get no subsidies. No subsidies for Obamacare, no subsidies for housing, no subsidies for energy, no subsidies for food stamps. But yet, we are spending billions of dollars every year from these congressmen and senators. They call it love. Lindsey Graham was just on TV. It's love. You are coming into the United States. And I've done the research on what they're giving non-citizens and refugees from the Middle East. And they don't give a dime out of their pension programs. They're not reducing their pension programs to an entitlement. But we must declare war on the war on seniors. Please get my information out. And all of my friends, you need to go to my 800 number, and it is on the screen. It's 855-887-7123, I think is what it is. That's close, but it's on the screen. And make a donation of any amount. Tell them how much Social Security you get. Give me your information so I can use it to back up my declaration that equality for seniors must come forth. We should be they set the pace for our Social Security income, but that's because they robbed us. I have it in this week's Face Facts, which you need to order. Again, you can order it on our 800 number, and it tells you who robbed our Social Security. George W. Bush robbed $1.2 trillion. President Johnson, we had Bill Clinton, $9 trillion by former presidents robbed. They put an IOU and they have no intentions of paying it back. We're not going to allow it to happen. We have another comment.
Donna Haynes Tidwell. He is a nut and I live in SC. He cannot be trusted.
Who is he talking about?
Donna?
Who is he?
She didn't clarify.
Well, what I need for you to do is to understand that the members of Congress have been conning the taxpayers of this country for a long time. We elected them to office. This DACA bill is nothing but a joke. It is a hoax. It has nothing to do with bringing in illegals into this country, their children. That is the hoax. They are bringing the seniors to a place, literally, that is so impoverished that we will never, ever make it. And unless we have an outcry, it won't change. I am going to demand an outcry, a bonus every year of $2,000, and not one Social Security check is going to be less than minimum wage. These Social Security checks are not going away. They're going up. And the men and women who's made it this way are going to pony up, and they are members of Congress. I have another comment. Thank you.
Donna was saying Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey Graham needs to hear from you. He is a joke. And his little love fest is all about the global economy. Lindsey Graham, I wonder how many millions has gone into his slush fund. And we need to demand, we cannot be pushed back anymore with their blackmail, with their accusations. Lindsey Graham is part of the problem. And that problem is the fact that they've spent $20 trillion more than they took in since George Bush was elected. Bill Clinton, they robbed Social Security. George Bush robbed Social Security. Lyndon Johnson robbed Social Security. Obama robbed Social Security. H.W. Bush robbed Social Security. I figured up, I found the research. It comes to $9 trillion that they have IOUs in the Social Security Trust Fund that they raided. That is in addition to the $20 trillion that they spent that is over the budget they borrowed. Now, in those 16 years, they collected $3.5 to $4 trillion a year, $75 trillion, and we don't have a road that shows it. Corey.
Okay, you have a couple comments, okay?
Okay.
Donna says there needs to be a minimum amount monthly for seniors, and Gay Odin says yes, equally for seniors. Keep speaking the truth.
Thank you, Gay. And Donna, you're exactly right. And that's why we have to get this message out. I am this message. God revealed this to me. I knew they had robbed Social Security, but they passed a law a week ago. It's in my face fax this week. HR 6489, I think is the bill number. It's in my face fax if you would want to order it and get all of this information. And they are reducing Social Security. We should demand that our Social Security minimum for every senior who's paid in it since they were children. It is not an entitlement. We've paid in it, and it should be every year. It should equal minimum wage to every senior citizen. Minimum wage, 40 hours. I used to do payroll for a company, so I was a full charge bookkeeper, so numbers come easy to me. You do 16 years. You do 52 weeks, or you do 12 months, and minimum wage comes to, I think using $8 an hour is what I used, $1,600 a month. $1,600. That should be the least any senior citizen gets. And for every child credit at the end of the year that they give a $2,000 bonus to, we need to demand that bonus, that $2,000 go to every senior in our nation. This is not a love fest. This is let's wipe out the seniors so we don't have to pay back the Social Security that we raided. And that money needs to go back with interest. We are running into a prosperity this nation has not seen since Bush went to Washington. The money that came in, the multi-millions of dollars he spent on Middle Eastern nations, republics of Islam, uncivilized countries. And not only did they bring the people and put them as refugees in this country, and they cost us anywhere from 35 to, I won't say a lot, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And then they send the countries hundreds of millions and billions of foreign aid. And they tell you and I that we've got to make Social Security an entitlement. But their pension plans, full pay, they don't pay them. They do not make them an entitlement. And if we don't talk, we've shut up long enough. I need your support. Go to my 800 number. Call, make a donation, whatever God puts in your heart, as little or as much. Help me with this message because we can change this. Lindsey Graham should be moved out of the Senate. For him to do what he is doing, he is not representing you and I. He's not representing the president that we elected, and we cannot remain silent. This seniors beware, the cover-up, sneaky globalist will gut Social Security, came from Numbers USA, and it shows you exactly what they are doing to sponsor illegals in this country with our tax dollars, Obamacare, insurance, and while they're doing that, they are making sure seniors are being gutted. We cannot have it. These people work for us. This is what you got to do. Go to my 800 number, make a donation, say, Faye, this is what I make, or my mom makes it, or there's no way they can live. And it's not a love fest. That President Trump gets it. I'm not sure he gets it. But you need your congressional directory, Congress at your fingertips, every one of their pictures, their numbers. Let me give you the phone number of Dick Durbin. Today, I'm going to close with this. When he slandered President Trump about a statement that he made that he didn't make, about a word that he used, a vulgar word, that he says he didn't use, and I believe him. I called Dick Durbin this morning, his office. They answer. You need to call them. I said, it's amazing to me that this senator has to make up dirty words for our president. But the nasty women don't bother him at all. I was in Washington when they were there. The vulgarity, the pornographic signs, the filth, the violence, the inciting of violence. And I said, these are his friends. And he would go into a private meeting with our president, and he would come out with a false accusation based on something moral. Dick Durbin standing for something. And I was talking to his assistant, and he did not hang up. I said, will you tell him that Faye from Orlando has called him? And I think it's a disgrace. And it's not selling. And the duck that he is putting out there is not going to fly. And for him to rob Social Security and him to make up a lie that DACA is because they care about these people is a bigger lie. And it's not flying. And I would like for him to know that we're going to check out his slush fund. And seniors are going to go to at least minimum wage. We are not going on entitlements. And if we have to take the Congressional Pension Fund to do it, we are ready. And let me give you his number. I said, for him to criticize our president, act like he's moral, and be supportive of the nasty women's filthy, vulgar, pornographic movement in this nation. I said, he takes us for absolute fools, but there's one person I want him to know did not drink his Kool-Aid. I'm Faye from Orlando. He will answer your call. He needs to hear from you. This is his phone number. Let me find it. This is my Bible. You can see. Lordy mercy, I've got them for years. Our intercessors wouldn't be without them. And we pray over these people. But Durbin's phone number is 202-224-2152. 202-224-2052. And then I'd like to take you to Lindsey Graham, and you need to tell him the same thing. We're not drinking his Kool-Aid. For him to do to seniors what he's doing and call it a love fest for people in this country illegally. And it's not the taxpayers' fault they're here. Their parents brought them here. The government is not our parents. Neither is it our God. And these senators who have spent $75 trillion we collected from taxes, $9 trillion from Social Security Trust Fund, that is what it's supposed to be for. And then $20 trillion, and it's rising. And they don't even have time to pass a budget. This is the most useless, and I said that to Durbin as well. They are so useless. They should go home till after the 2018 election without pay or benefits. They have done nothing. It's squat. The Republicans worked 3 weeks on a tax bill, which they didn't want to work on, and you act like there are overtime. It is amazing. There is no budget. The people have no clue about their slush funds. The reason they're not passing a budget is because this stuff's going to come out. We've got enough people now praying and watching, and every dime they spend should be on the internet for us to look at. Where has all this money gone? We've got more cars than roads. They had last night on one of the news programs that California is one of the most impoverished states in the United States. Have you seen how they spend their money? Have you seen how they live? And they want the taxpayers that don't live that way to pick up their bills just like the men and women we elected to office. No, I want seniors. If you make $1,000 or less, I need you to say, Faye, I stand with you. I want you to fight for seniors. We need to have at least minimum wage from our Social Security pay-ins. They can cut their payouts to what Social Security recipients get. They're not going to get full pay for a year. And we're so thankful for companies that are giving the grassroots employees $1,000, $2,000 raises because they're not giving it all to the government now, but not because of Democrats and rhinos. and they're actually giving it to the people that's made their companies what they are, that the big deals get 10, 20, 30 million a year. How sick can you get? It's time seniors that we speak up. Minimum wage and a tax credit at the end of every year. Will you stand with me? For if you go on our website and make a donation, or if you want to call our 800 number, it's on the screen. For a donation of $100, you get all the information you need to know who is pulling off all of this injustice. Justice will prevail when we know exactly how to pray. I'm going to give you Lindsey Graham's, I've got it in different places. Lindsey Graham, the phone numbers, who to call, what to say, how to say it. All you have to do is just get in agreement with me. I give you everything you need to have a voice, because I know Christians have never been taught how to speak up, how to take a stand, who to talk to, when to talk to. I've got in this Face Facts, the facts about what they're doing in Washington, the rob seniors, and it's so they'll vote Democrat. They could care less about these people. They could care less about the seniors. And it says, take time to make a phone call. In Arizona, you need to call Jeff Flake. And the number is 888-978-3065. I'll say it again, 888-978-3065. And then South Carolina, Illinois, Dick Durbin, I gave you his number, but there's another one here. I won't give you that. He's not here. I've got another comment. I want to take it because I got to look up Lindsey Graham's phone number for you. You have to call these two people, and you need to call them immediately and put the fear of God in them with the facts. Corey.
Donna said, thank you for the information, prayers for you. Keep up the sincere work that you are doing. Bless you.
Glory to God. Thank you, Donna. Come apart. Listen. Get on our mailing list. Become one of our intercessors and join the army of the Lord. Lindsey Graham. I'm looking under L's. I got to look under G's. Lindsey Graham. Here we go. Lindsey Graham. 202-224-5972. Ask him, where's all that love for the seniors that he's passing around? Ask him. Just ask him why he thinks that he can make laws that are literally against the U.S. Constitution and then tell us we're going to bow or he's going to do something. The blackmail, the bullying, don't take it. It's been a great day today. Our Facebook page is launching out, but the message gets out when you forward it. And this will air again. All you have to do is go Faye USA. Facebook Faye USA. This also airs on YouTube. So go to YouTube, Insight USA, and do something. I've given you 2 phone numbers. We can turn America around. If they know they're going to be, if we get the truth about them, and we know others, but when you get your congressional director, it helps our ministry, number one, but equips you for ahead. We anoint these pictures with oil. We are asking God to take out every criminal in our Senate and House, every person that's committed a crime or they've charged to the taxpayers lawsuits for personal misbehavior. This is how we pray, and our people love it. Thank you so much, Gay. God bless you, Gay. This is one of the best Face Facts we've ever had. Still, I'm going to ask, I believe Gable can tell me how to download the information you sent me. I don't know how, but they're smart. So I'm going to ask them for that. And I will see you next week. So watch for the facts. Make your call to action. Stand with the seniors. It's time we go minimum wage. We go equality and that we speak up. And this is not just for Christians. This affects non-Christians. This affects Democrats and Republicans and independents. This affects every denomination. What they've done is seniors, Americans, it's every race. But the majority of the seniors it affects are U.S. citizens. How pathetic. We've got to pray them out. We've got to expose. God says every hidden thing will come to light. And our intercessors know how to pray. I'll see you next week. God bless you and shalom.